Okay, welcome to Quick Concepts for, this is going to be Saxon's Math 87. I'm just going to be doing some quick concepts for this for my students who can come back and look at this. Today we're going to be talking about place value. Okay, so we're going to do whole number place value. So I'm just going to kind of write these out. So if this right here is your decimal point, I'm going to turn this sideways. All right, let's do that first. So when you're dealing with numbers, the way I teach it is I actually call these commas different things, and that way it makes it a little bit easier. I call this comma 1,000, and this comma million. The next comma would be billion, and then the next comma would be trillion. So let's see what I mean by this. So when you're talking about place value, this is the ones spot here. This is the tens. This is the hundreds. This is the thousands. And then you have the 10,000s, the 100,000s. Sorry about my writing, but you all should be used to it by now. I'm a terrible writer, artist, all that stuff. And then you hit your millions. And then your 10 millions. And you should hopefully see the pattern by now. And then you've got your 100 millions. So the purpose of this is to kind of help us when we're given a number and we're told to write it out. So I'm going to do a couple things. We're going to run through some examples of expanded notation and then just writing out digits. So first of all, you may come across something that looks like this. And it might ask you, which number is in the trillions place? Well, I've gotten you through billions. So here, this is your hundreds, and then you've got your thousands here, and then you've got your millions here. And then this is your billions. This is going to be your trillions. So this will be your trillion spot, and this will be your 10 trillion spot. So the question is which digit is in the trillions position, you would say, too. And then the next one, and this one would ask, what is the place value of this for? So again, this is hundreds, thousands, millions. We're in the billions. We know this is billion. Then we have 10 billion. So right here, 4 is going to be 100 billion. So that's pretty straightforward, not a big deal. The next thing we're going to talk about is expanded notation. Now you've had this for a while. If you want a more detailed review of it, you probably need to go back to like 7.6 and look at my quick concept once I have that up. So it wants us to write 25,000 in expanded notation. All this is doing is helping you figure out what place value it is. So you'd say the 2 times 10,000. This tells us that the 2 is in the 10,000 spot. And then the 5 times 1,000. And this tells us that 5 is in the 1,000 spot. So the next part, again, is really where the place value is going to come into play. It says use words to write this number. And this is where I kind of teach the comma thing. So I always say this comma is thousands, this is millions, this is billions, and this is trillions. And why does that matter? Well, it kind of helps us say the word. So we have 1 trillion. So I'm going to write this out, 1 trillion. 300, oh, I was about to write the numbers. 380 billion. It's like you're just breaking it down into those three little chunks. So this is 380. What is it? It's billion, right? Now, if there's zeros, do we even need to mention it? Nope, don't even have to say million. But we come to the 5 next, and that's going to be 50,000. There's that comma, and then 200. Just like that. And let's try one more of those if you have this. So they're kind of tricking you up saying, oh, look, we didn't put any commas in. Well, first you got to put the commas in. Count everything 3. Start at the right, count to the left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, this is our thousands. This is our millions. So here we go. We're going to say 3 million. 406, or just 406. And what's that comma? 1,000. 521. And don't forget to put your dash in the last 2. You always put a dash between your tens and your unit spot. All right, so now let's go the other way. What if I asked you to use digits to write 20 trillion 510 million? All right, 20 trillion, there's a trillion comma. There's no billions, but I got to put it in anyway. Then 520 million, and of course you got to put in your 1,000. And that's it for that one. Oh, I thought it said 520. It says 510. Sorry about that. And then, like, it might say use only digits to write 25 million. 25 million is pretty easy. And things like that. So that's about it for place value, and gives you a little bit of expanded notation there as well.